Yo, what's up guys? It's King Sean here, back with another video, and in today's video, I'll be bringing you guys my Week 4 preview for the Commanders game on Sunday, going up against the Arizona Cardinals. I give you guys my keys to victory, the injury report, and then my final score prediction. So, if you guys are new to my channel, leave a like down below, subscribe, turn on notifications. I'm on the road to 4K subs. If you could, hit that sub button. I'd really appreciate it. And with that out of the way, let's get straight into the video. Alright, so starting with the injury report, I'm not going to spend too much time on the injury report. You guys know who's out and who will be playing. The guys who are going to be playing for us: Cosme, Forbes, Quan Martin, Jerzon Newton, Benjamin St-Juste, they're all good to go. Eckler, Farrell, and Crowder, they're out. No surprises there. With Jameson Crowder, he didn't practice on Thursday and Wednesday due to a calf injury and didn't practice again today, as in Friday. So not a surprise that he's out. And then moving on to the Cardinals side, two guys are out for them: Trey McBride and Kyrie Tonga. Concussion for McBride and a knee injury for Tonga. That's why those guys are out. Isaiah Adams, he was added to the injury report today. He was limited today, though, so I think he should still play. He's listed as questionable, but usually a guy that's limited, I think he should still play. Like Quan Martin last week or 2 weeks ago for us, he was listed as limited for us on the final day of practice. He still plays, so I think Isaiah Adams should still play. And then Kelvin Beachum, he was limited all week with a hamstring injury, but I think he should play as well. And then the rest of the guys for them: Buda Baker, Dennis Garderick or Gardeck, Marvin Harrison Jr., and then Dante Stills. They are all full goals for today, and they will be playing on Sunday against us. So that is the injury report. All right, so key to victory number one, we're going to start on the offensive side of the ball. No turnovers, all right? And I say that because if we had a competent defense, then I would say that we could, afford to turn over the ball. And we've been close to having a turnover in the first 3 weeks. We haven't turned over the ball, which has been great, but we have been close. Zach Ertz, he had a fumble on Monday night versus the Bengals, but Nick Allegretti recovered that. And Jaden had a fumble versus the Buccaneers week 1, but it was recovered by one of our offensive linemen. So we've been close to having turnovers, and we cannot afford to have turnovers. We cannot afford to have really any mistakes on the offensive side of the ball because our defense is absolutely horrible right now. I mean, if, let's say we were to turn over the ball, right? Let's say Jaden Daniels, hopefully he doesn't do this, but let's say he throws an interception. The Cardinals will probably go down the field, march right down our throats, and score a touchdown. Maybe a field goal, but probably a touchdown. And our offense will probably be able to respond, but we will have to play, catch up. And we can't do that because our defense sucks right now. It stinks. Horrible. I mean, I don't know if I can describe it in any other words, but our defense is just not playing great right now. So in order for us to win this game, I feel like our offense is going to have to be perfect. Unless our defense looks better, which I'll get to in a bit. But if our defense doesn't, then we cannot afford to turn over the ball at all. All right, so key to victory number 2. Establish a run game early on. I said it last week, and on Monday night against the Bengals, I mean, we weren't terrible at running the ball. We definitely weren't as good as we were running the ball against the Bengals compared to against the Giants, because Brian Robinson, he went crazy against the Giants. Austin Eckler had a nice game against the Giants too, and he had a nice game against the Bengals too. Let me pull it up right here. He had 3 carries, 35 yards, and a 24-yard rushing touchdown against the Bengals, so that's pretty good. B-Rob didn't do a lot on the ground. 16 carries, 33 yards, 2.1 yards a carry, a touchdown, but he did have some nice first down conversions on 3rd and shorts, like 3rd and 1s and 3rd and 2s. And then JD, 12 carries, 39 yards. He has some pretty solid first down pickups with his legs. But overall, we didn't do a whole lot in the run game last week, but we have proven against the Bucs week 1, against the Bengals week 2, that we can run the ball. We are averaging 152, I think, and some change, 152 yards a game on the ground this season so far through 3 games. So that is really, really good. And the Cardinals' rush defense isn't amazing. It's not the worst. It's not as bad as ours. Didn't do a great job containing Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery last week. Obviously, B-Rob, he's going to get more touches this week. Even Cliff said it in his press conference yesterday. So that is good to see right there. Jerry McNichols, gonna need him to step up. Maybe Michael Wiley as well. I'm not a big Jeremy McNichols guy. Wanted to keep Michael Wiley on the roster over him, but I kind of understood why, we kept Jeremy McNichols over Michael Wiley, because Jeremy McNichols, he provides in the pass blocking game and on special teams, and Michael Wiley really doesn't. But he just doesn't provide a lot in the run game where Michael Wiley does. So if Michael Wiley gets elevated off the practice squad this week, then he should have, well, maybe not a great game, but hopefully, he can provide some stuff in the run game. And then key to victory number 3 for the offense: carry the momentum over from Monday Night Football's game against the Bengals. And also, we might have to score on every drive on Sunday. Once again, we have done it over the past 2 games. We haven't punted 6 week 1 against the Buccaneers. Hey, man, that's been kind of the talk of the town over the past couple of days now. But really, it's really extraordinary that we haven't punted over the past couple of games. Well, in 2 straight games, because Tress Way over the past couple of seasons, he's really been our MVP because of how good of a punter he's been, and he hasn't, punted over the last 2 games. It's really cool to see that Tress Way gets to take a little bit of a break. He's going to get back to punting soon, but it's taking a little bit of a break with our offensive success. But we're probably going to have to score on every drive, because you saw against the Bengals. The Bengals, man, they scored on every drive, every one of their drives as well. So, actually, besides one drive where Evan McPherson missed the field goal. But if we do not score on every drive against the Bengals, we probably lose the game, because on the Bengals' final drive, they went down there, scored a touchdown in like a minute or two. Actually, I think in less than a minute or less, somewhere around there. But we probably lose the game if we don't score a touchdown on our final drive. So we might have to do the same. Might have to score, maybe not a touchdown, but score on every single drive, whether that be a touchdown or a field goal, because I just do not, I don't have confidence in this defense being able to contain Kyler Murray or Marvin Harrison Jr., Michael Wilson, James Conner, that entire Cardinals offense. So in order to win this game, we might have to score on every drive. All right, so moving on to the defensive side of the ball, I only have one key to victory for this defense, and that is just be average, please. Like, our offense is playing some really good ball right now, and I honestly kind of have no doubts in them that they will, continue to play like this, at least for right now. I have no doubt that they'll carry what they did last week against the Bengals into this game against the Cardinals. But this defense, man, it's been absolutely abysmal to start off the season. Our secondary has been trash. That's not really a shock to us. But our run game, our run defense has been bad. Like, it's been really bad, and I did not expect that. We're not getting enough production out of Allen and Payne. Our edge rushers have been pretty disappointing so far. Doris Armstrong, he hasn't done much. Dante Fowler Jr., he had a pretty solid game against the Bengals. Cleveland Farrell, he's injured right now. Jamie Davis, we haven't, noticed much from him. So, we're just not getting enough production from the defensive line and the defense overall. So, if our defense and the Cardinals defense is a really good comparison to our defense, because the Cardinals defense isn't horrible. It's still not the greatest. I would say it's about average or a little bit average. Now, I feel like our offense will still move the ball on them. Maybe the Cardinals defense will force us to punt once or twice, but I feel like our offense will do a good job of moving the ball on the Cardinals defense. But their defense still is in the middle of the pack, pretty average. And if our defense can just be that this game and for the rest of the season, man, because they could get better. Maybe they will get better, but we'll see. If they can just be average, though, maybe a little bit below average, but maybe somewhere around the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals are ranked like 20th or 19th best defense. If our defense can just be like 20th best, then I feel like we could definitely win this game. I feel like we can win this game, though our defense isn't performing well right now. But DVOA, we're last. Points per drive, we're last. Net yards per pass attempt, we're 31st. Yards per carry, 30th. Points allowed, 30th. Takeaways, 29th. So it's been really, really bad. Do I think they'll have an average game? No, probably not. Kyler Murray, I feel like he'll have a good day throwing the ball on us, running the ball on us. Marvin Harrison Jr., he's a dog. James Conner, he's a dog. Trey McBride, he won't be playing, ruled out with a concussion, but still feel like that won't stop the Cardinals offense from, performing well. But like I said, if this defense can just be average, then I mean that would be really good, and I feel like we will definitely win this game. All right, so now for my final score prediction. I think we have a really good chance of winning this game, especially after upsetting the Bengals on Monday Night Football in front of national television. We are 3.5 point underdogs. Not a surprise, to be honest. The Cardinals are at home. They are better, in my opinion, than their record shows, especially their offense. Their offense has been pretty solid so far this season. The defense, like I said, okay, not the greatest, but definitely not the worst. But I do have us losing this game. Like I said, definitely think we can win, but ultimately comes down to whether or not this defense can contain Kyler Murray and the Cardinals offense, Marvin Harrison Jr., James Conner, and I just don't think they can, man. I mean, James Conner, he's an absolute dog of a running back. Marvin Harrison Jr., beast of a receiver. And then Kyler Murray, I'm just afraid of the things he's going to do to this defense on Sunday. So, hopefully we can try and contain him a little bit, but I just don't think we will. And ultimately, just don't think we'll end up winning this game. I think the offense will have another good day. Jaden, he'll have a good game. Cliff will have a good play calling game. Terry, he should have a solid game. The Cardinals don't really have any corners that can cover Terry. I think Zach Ertz will have a pretty solid game as well. But like I said, ultimately, think we come out with the L, unfortunately. So that is it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like down below. Subscribe, turn on notifications. I'm on the road to 4K subs, so if you could hit that sub button, I'd really appreciate it. Comment down below who you have winning this game and your score prediction for the game. And other than that, it's been K-Sean, and I'm out. Peace.